BLive. I'm Broker J3,
Dot B.
and we welcome you guys to our live broadcast this evening. Today we have a great title that we like to talk about, Unwrapped, the True Meaning of Christmas. Um, Again, I want to say that again, Unwrapped, the True Meaning of Christmas.
Yes.
There's a lot of speculation in regards to Christmas. People celebrate this time of year differently. Um, some people celebrate Christmas as we know it with Santa Claus, the gifts, and so forth. Some recognize Kwanzaa, and some also Hanukkah. So we have different variations of this spirited holiday season. So we want to get down to it and talk about, some of the meanings of Christmas and how people celebrate it differently.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us again. We are going to take a look at the true meaning of Christmas and what it means to us. And then, of course, we want you to chime in and let us know what Christmas means to you. So, thank you again for joining us, and we appreciate your support.
Thank you, guys. First of all, we want to deep right into the topic this evening. Unwrap the true meaning of Christmas. You know, most of us have grew up hearing the terminology. Jesus is the reason for the season, such as myself. Growing up in the church, we definitely celebrated the birth of Christ during the holiday season. More so than Santa Claus coming down the chimney, bringing toys. Um, we we understand that this time of year is a very special time because
Yes.
this time of year really is truly about the birth of Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. A lot of times we tend to get off of that topic and start to talk about other things outside of that, and want to kind of get into that because, a lot of people don't celebrate Christmas. Again, they celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa
And then you have some religions that just don't celebrate Christmas at all.
at all. Like,
Yeah.
especially Jehovah Witnesses,
Witnesses.
they don't celebrate the holiday, and some other nationalities they don't even recognize it at all. So, we like to get some feedback from you guys. Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Kwanzaa? Or what do you guys celebrate during this holiday season? Everybody is completely different, so we like to hear from you guys.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, at first we can go ahead and dive into the fact that, before we get into that, the fact that do you feel that Christmas is overrated? And I particularly do feel Christmas is overrated because Christmas decorations usually come out sometime late summer. They come out a bit soon, a little bit too soon for me because the Christmas decorations sometimes are put up before the Thanksgiving holidays, and
hey,
you haven't had an opportunity to celebrate Thanksgiving and give thanks for being together with family and celebrate the festive fall holiday, and yet the Christmas is out already, and I feel like it's overrated because some families or some parents will go out and spend all kinds of money on
yes,
Christmas gifts, and the
exactly.
kids may not pick them up but one or two times
I know,
during the year.
I know, I know,
Hmm.
and that's what's really crazy about it because how many of you guys actually even go to church on Christmas, or does your church
Thank you for joining us.
uh, does your church even have a service on Christmas? Because if they're saying the reason for the season is to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, when we grew up, our church used to have little plays that
Hmm.
the young kids used to participate in. With Christ being born in the manger and all that good stuff.
Hmm.
What about your church? Did your church have some kind of program going on in regards to Christmas,
Hmm.
or are they celebrating the Christmas holiday at home, giving gifts with their families?
Hmm.
We like to know about it. You guys tell us, how you guys celebrate, how your church celebrates this time of year. We like to know.
Yeah, and it's overemphasized or it's overrated because a lot of parents will tell their children, and I did once upon a time, that there's a Santa Claus. But there are parents out there that say, "Hey, I'm not going to tell my children, regardless of the age, that there's a Santa Claus." They let them know specifically that the toys and the gifts that they receive are from them and not Santa.
Yeah, we learned from a very young age that our gifts came from mom and dad.
Hmm.
We knew there was no no white guy hopping down the ceiling, the
Hmm.
chimney, to
Yes.
deliver gifts. We knew that
Hmm.
that just wasn't happening, because our parents worked too hard to try to make Christmas a special thing for us because during those times, even though we had those programs, they still wanted us as children to be able to celebrate those holidays because those kids go to school and they hear about the Christmas, the giving
Hmm.
gifts, and so forth. Because, example, I have a 4-year-old granddaughter, and that's all she's talking about: Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. What you getting for me, Papa?
Uh-huh.
What am I getting for Christmas? So those young children, are looking forward to that. But as some of the older adults and young adults, how are you guys gonna celebrate the Christmas holiday?
Yeah, and now as far as me, I will take care of my grandbabies. But I get them something for Christmas, but I do let them know that it's for me, from me, and it's not from Santa. And as far as the adult children, I have in the past, I always say I'm not going to get my adult children anything, but I always end up getting them a little something. And they're into their mid 30s, and my youngest son is in his late 20s. So when is the time when you stop getting them Christmas gift? Is it just when you feel like it, or should it be a cutoff age to stop getting them Christmas gifts?
Yeah, why don't you guys let us know? That's a good question, Doc B.
Yes.
What is the age you think should be a cutoff age where, as far as the gift giving, or do you think that it doesn't matter how old
Oh.
you are, just getting involved in that gift giving spirit and just, giving a gift regardless? We'd like to know from you guys how you guys feel about it.
Yeah, and if my children are online, they're probably gonna say never because
Yeah,
they want to continue getting those
yeah,
Christmas gifts. But I think it should be a cutoff point, and then it should be reciprocated. If you're getting your children gifts, shouldn't they get you gifts as well?
exactly.
That's a big plus,
And
you know.
and some of us, it says no voice, no voice. Yeah, is that happening? Hold on. It's- can you hear? Yeah, they
Can y'all
could be.
guys hear us now?
They probably are having some issues. Hold on. Let's see if we can try to fix what's going on with that. Sorry about that. See if we can.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on. Let's see if we can. We didn't know that that was coming through like that. Hold on. Can you guys? Can you
Thank
guys?
you, Divine Grace and Mercy, for letting us know. Big heart to you for letting us
Can you
know
guys? Can you
that
guys
we
hear
don't
us
have any
now?
music, but Rutha Liggins says
Can
she
you
can
guys?
hear us now, so it's no issues. Thank you guys for letting
You guys
us
can hear us?
know
They
that
can hear us now?
yes, she said they
Okay.
can hear us now. Thank you guys. Big heart to you for letting us know that you couldn't hear us. Well, we'll go back and reflect on what we're talking about. We're talking about is Christmas overrated? What was the title again?
Unwrapped, the true meaning of Christmas.
Unwrap the true meaning of Christmas and how you celebrate Christmas. Talk about the different religions that celebrate Christmas.
Somebody still said they can't hear us.
You guys still can't hear us?
Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Oh gosh. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's happening, guys. It's a little strange here. Yeah, it is. Having some technical difficulties here, but it's showing that it's on. So,
Now we got
um,
someone that says they
yeah.
hear us. I heard you all the while. Somebody saying that they hear us,
Are
so they hear us.
okay.
Thank you so much for letting us know that you do hear us. But that title for today is
Unwrapped: the true meaning of Christmas.
the true meaning of Christmas. Is Christmas actually, I mean, is it overrated? And I mentioned earlier that, in my opinion, that it is overrated because the Christmas decorations are in the stores, even before Thanksgiving. So probably late summer, you see the Christmas decorations. So I do think a lot of people do overrate Christmas, and plus some parents spend a lot of money on Christmas, buying toys and gifts for their children or loved ones. And some children only pick up those gifts, maybe those toys, maybe once or two times after you've purchased them. So we're going to dive into the true meaning of we're going to unwrap the true meaning of Christmas and what it means to you, and of course, what it means to us.
Okay, well, first of all, we like to say, when you talk about Christmas, a lot of people, some of you people don't get mad at me, but a lot of people say this a pagan holiday, and the
Hmm.
true meaning of it is something a little gruesome if you really look into you Google it yourself to find out
Yes.
what the real true meaning of Christmas is all
Hmm.
about. In fact, what's interesting, what me and Doc B saw today was uh, Christmas actually started in Great Britain and Ireland
Hmm.
um, back in the 1500s, and they discontinued that holiday
Holiday.
until the
The
early 1900s,
1900s. Hmm.
which is really weird. But but again, we celebrate Christmas for the birth of Jesus
Jesus Christ.
Christ. That's what we feel the true meaning of Christmas is. The true reason for the
Hmm.
season, as
Hmm.
they say.
Hmm.
But what about you guys? What
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
guys
Hmm.
feel that the true meaning of Christmas is to you?
And I also want to know, do you share with your children that the gifts are from you, or are you saying that the gifts are from Santa? How do you discuss that or talk to your children about those gifts, especially when they're smaller? Sometimes you want them to have that excitement, and then sometimes you're kind of afraid about what the other children are saying, because some children may say, "Well, hey, we don't get Christmas toys, or we don't celebrate Christmas," but yet they do, and vice versa. So, how do you discuss that with your children?
Well, see, that can go across the board, like we was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, you have some kids that be in a particular classroom that's Jehovah Witness. They don't recognize Christmas or birthdays and other holidays. So when they come back from after the holiday break, a lot of kids are talking about some of the gifts they got or some of the new video games that that their parents allowed them to download, because a lot of people not buying discs no more for
Mm-hmm.
these games, but nonetheless, they're talking about the different things that they got: clothes, gifts, shoes, all kind of stuff like that. And then you got some of the Jehovah Witnesses or some of the other religions that don't celebrate that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not talking about receiving anything because their parents don't celebrate that. So think about how those young kids deal with those other kids
Mm-hmm.
talking about, like, hey, why you didn't get nothing, why that's a crazy religion. Your parents
Mm-hmm.
don't even let y'all celebrate Christmas. So
Mm-hmm. Yes.
those are a lot of things that people talk about, that young kids go through that are in those particular religions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, back to the true meaning of Christmas, which is we're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And to me, that's important. It's just as important as Thanksgiving, because we're grateful to be with family. So I celebrate Christmas pretty much the same way I celebrate Thanksgiving. I try to get the family together, and we spend some time together, spend quality time together, where, because oftentimes everybody's away working, they have their own lives. So when you have an opportunity to come together and spend some quality time with your family, particularly for me, my grandchildren at this age, because their little minds are so, they can easily be swayed in one direction or another. So you want to emphasize that true meaning of Christmas when they're young.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
Now, just a quick shift in the topic right now, because it was something that was on our board today in regards to our topic. For some of you guys out there that do celebrate Christmas and really into the festive season, and
Hmm.
this is what you guys look forward to. This is the best time of year for you guys. We was talking about Christmas trees. The great debate. Real or the plastic.
Hmm. Hmm.
So let us know.
Hmm.
Comment if you like. If you're online, comment. Let us know if you prefer the real tree or the the plastic put together tree or whatever. Do you have a particular tradition where you decorate your tree at home? Is
Mm-hmm.
it during Thanksgiving? Is it after Thanksgiving, or is it before Christmas? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Tell us how you guys feel about that.
Yeah.
Me personally, you know, I grew up in a household where my mom always had the plastic tree that we put together each year. It was a really nice tree. Lasted for several years before we stopped putting the tree up altogether. But as an adult, the early adult actually, I can't lie. As an early adult, when I was on my own away from home, I preferred having a real tree.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, that came with a few more extras that you had to do, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to the plastic tree, because you had to make sure it was on the little stand with the little
Mm-hmm.
water and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, you can take your plastic tree apart and in less than an hour have it back in the box and in your attic or basement, and it's
Mm-hmm.
out the way. Whereas that real tree, you have to discard that tree. So,
Mm-hmm.
what are you guys thoughts on that? What about you, Dot
Well,
B?
I prefer a real tree. I love the smell of the little evergreen trees. That fragrance, I love that
Yes.
smell because once you have that tree, the fragrance goes throughout your house. But in the past, to me, a fake tree, plastic tree, whatever you want to call it, is just easier. It's easier to maintain. It's cheaper because now the cost of trees have just went up. So I mean they're high now, and then you don't have that same quality. I guess because there are not as many tree farmers as there once was. But of course, it is easier. The plastic fake tree is easier to maintain. But I do like to have a tree because I do know some people that don't have no tree. Some people don't even believe in putting up lights. So some
Mm.
people are just plain when it comes to the Christmas holiday. They celebrate it, they just don't have any decorations up in their home.
What about you guys? Any of you guys fanatics when it come down to lighting?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you guys participate in your neighborhood lighting contest, where
Yes.
who has the best decorated house? Any of you guys really into that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Me personally, I'll put that single that single light
String of
around
lights.
around the frame or where the Christmas tree is gonna be, and that's about the most I'm gonna get for
Okay.
myself. But what about you guys? How do you do it? Do do the reindeers? Do you do all the lights? The little, they got some new things now where they have the little lights that be spinning, look like snow and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Well, guys, come on in. If you're just not joining us, we're glad to have you. Thank you for joining us. We are unwrapping, even though we're talking about the Christmas decoration, we're still unwrapping the true meaning of Christmas. So come on in and come and join us. We're thankful that you decided to join us today, and we look forward to finishing this exciting topic because it is the holiday season.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is. So going back to the different religions and so forth like that. How many of you guys celebrate Kwanzaa? That's one of the holidays that a lot of African Americans
Mm-hmm.
or blacks, whichever you prefer to
Mm-hmm.
be called, celebrate during the Christmas time.
Usually, isn't it late December or early January that they celebrate Kwanzaa?
I can't lie.
Uh huh.
I'm not 100%
Is sure?
sure.
But I know it's
We
right in there.
never
Mm-hmm.
celebrated in my household,
Mm-hmm.
but I do have some friends that
Uh huh.
actively celebrate that each year.
Yeah, yeah. But that is an important holiday, and we don't want to negate that. We understand that that is an important holiday for some. She said late December. That's what I thought.
Okay,
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Ruth. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So thank
I
you so
thought it was
much.
late December. Yeah.
And some of you guys that's in the room, especially for some of our TikTokers that's on here, tap the screen sometimes. Let us
Yeah.
know that you're there, so that we know that you guys are present and active, or
Mhm.
continue to comment. We
Mhm.
appreciate that, and for our YouTubers out there, we appreciate you guys. Send the comments so
Mhm.
that we can be able to respond while we're live talking to you
Mhm.
guys, because we really like to interact with you guys. Of course, we both love talking, as you
Mhm.
guys know, but
Mhm.
we definitely like to hear from you guys as well. We want this to be a
Mhm.
joint effort
Mhm.
when we go live.
Mhm. And since we're talking about the Christmas about Christmas and gifts, a lot of church people take this time to give their pastor Christmas gifts to let their pastor know how much they appreciate him or her. And this is a good time. However, that pastor should be celebrated the entire year. You know,
Yeah.
you shouldn't just have to wait for Christmas to give a person gifts. You should be able to do that year round. Same thing with your children,
Yeah.
and my grandchildren, not my children, but my grandchildren. I give my grandchildren gifts year round.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
and and, and I think a lot of times people get caught up in that gift giving situation because a few weeks ago we discussed about being alone for the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
and for some people, the holidays is a tough time, especially right now. The way the economy is, a lot of people that's going through some struggles right now, so they're not able to do some of the things that they may have been able to do in the past. So,
Mm-hmm.
some people may feel down that they cannot be
Mm-hmm.
able to give
Mm-hmm.
like they used to, but just know that it's not always about the giving. And if you can't give, or if you have a family member that's unable to do something for you, don't take that out on them. Just
Mm-hmm.
just let them know that you love them and understand that they could be going through some things, because this time of year people do tend to shy away from people because they know that they can't participate in the
Mm-hmm.
season the way they want to, so
Mm-hmm.
they tend to shy
Shy
away from
away.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they shy away because they don't have the funds to purchase gifts. But Christmas is not all about gifts. It is not. It's about spending quality time with family and showing them that you love them. It does not have to. You do not have to give gifts. A lot of people won't go to functions or whatnot because sometimes you have to bring a gift, and so they'll opt out of going to that function because they don't have a
they don't
gift.
have that. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. And then just think about it. There's no reason to give a gift anyway if it's not coming from the heart.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hmm.
And for some of you re-gifters out there,
Yeah.
if you got those green holiday socks that you just don't like, just I don't need them. I don't need them. I got enough socks. I got enough ties. I got enough sweaters. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. But for my children out there, I'm looking forward to my Christmas gift.
But my kids, they are, most of them are grown, and they actually look out for their pops, throughout the year. So whether they can or can't, they already know I appreciate them, love them,
Hmm.
and I feel that way about my family as well, because these really are tough times.
Hmm.
We probably should talk about that more, because there's a
Hmm.
lot of people out there that's really going through a
Yes.
lot
Hmm.
this time of year, and being able to cope
Hmm.
with this time of year is very difficult. We enjoy this time of year because we know we're enjoying being with family,
Hmm.
friends, and
Hmm.
of course celebrating and gift giving and so forth like that. But it's a lot of people out there that's unable to be able to enjoy it like that.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Keep a very joyful spirit, a thankful spirit for the ones out there that do not have it.
Yeah, and then you have to think about the ones that are in the military, the ones that are stationed overseas,
Mm,
or out trying to protect us. So you keep them in your prayers as well, because sometimes they can't make it back home for Christmas as well. So they're probably missing their loved ones during this time as well.
mm.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I was gonna do a little quiz with you guys in regards to the birth of Christ. To see if you guys know where he was born.
Oh yeah.
If any of you guys online know where the birth of Jesus Christ was, go ahead and post it in the comment.
Yeah, add it to the comment.
We like to
Yes.
see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, everybody don't get that question correct.
Yeah. Now, when my family used to have get-togethers and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and say it. We usually have this particular game as one of the games. We play several games,
Oh yeah.
but this is one of the games, and I'm going to call out my cousin, my sister cousin Margaret. She usually always wins
Oh
because
wow.
she knew all of the answers. Even when we did the little Scrabble game, she would always win. I think she just was just prepared. She would do her research before we would have the Christmas, because we usually would do it on Christmas Eve, and she
Oh
would
okay.
prepare. She would be prepared, and she would usually win. And we would give out prizes to the ones that won the
Oh
different
wow.
games. Yeah.
So do you guys have any traditions that you celebrate in regards to Christmas? Like example, our family, what we do is on Christmas Eve we'll all get together. Depending on the weather, sometimes we'll have the fireplace going and we'll be all in the living room or great room or whatever, and we'll all sit around the tree and the fireplace, and we'll have that hot cocoa
Hmm.
going on or whatnot. Sometimes might be a little spike, for some of the grown folks, but
Hmm.
that's a different subject.
Hmm.
But what we used to do was allow everybody to open up one gift.
Hmm.
Um, the day before Christmas. So we let them choose which gift they wanted to open. That's something that we did in our household. What about you guys? Is any traditions that you guys celebrate, during the holiday season, or when you wake up on Christmas? Is it tradition that you guys do, whether it's, eat breakfast or immediately open up gifts? Tell us what you guys if you have any traditions.
Yeah. Now, what I'm planning to do is to do something a little bit different. Normally, in the past, I would have soul food for Thanksgiving and soul food for Christmas. But I was so exhausted from the Thanksgiving holidays. I ran into a young lady in the Dollar Tree, and we were talking about how drained we were for Christmas, not Christmas, but for Thanksgiving, the cooking and whatnot. And she suggested that I have a fish fry. And she said her family does that every year. They do soul food for Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, they would do a seafood broil. They would do chicken wings or whatnot, just maybe appetizers or whatnot. And I said to her, that's a wonderful idea. That's something different,
Mm.
because, after Thanksgiving, I was sick of soul food. So that's something different. And I do love seafood. So I think that's exactly what I plan to do on Christmas
Well,
Eve
that
this
definitely
year.
sounds like a plan because we
Yes.
know it's a lot of people out there
Yeah.
that had that repeat meal
Yeah.
from Thanksgiving.
Yes.
That's one of the traditions I think a lot of households celebrate. Basically having that same meal, the
Yes.
turkey, the ham, if you guys eat pork, the greens,
Yes. The colors,
oh
all
God,
that kind
mac
of.
and cheese,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know.
I don't want to see any of that for a while.
I can't blame you. I feel absolutely the same way. I'm still trying to work off Thanksgiving myself.
Yes, yes. So we are looking forward to celebrating with family. Really looking forward to celebrating with our family members during the holiday season, during the Christmas season. Sometimes I like to say the word holiday instead of the word Christmas, because I know some people don't celebrate Christmas. That's why you probably see a lot of people just say holidays, or they'll say happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas, because of that fact. So I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are too. So share with us anything, any comment that you had. You can even share with us your favorite Christmas movie. I know my children watched Home Alone and Home Alone 2 till they were in their early 20s. They probably still watch it now, but that was just one of their favorites. So this is a time of year where a lot of people go back and they'll watch all of those old Christmas movies.
Now, this show is not biased. So, if you guys have some things that you don't like about Christmas,
Yeah.
or you don't like about this time of year, tell us about it as
Yeah.
well. Because we all have some things that we love and dislike about almost everything,
Mm-hmm.
because there's some people out there. Actually, I heard a young man actually this morning. I wouldn't say we got into a debate, but we got into a serious conversation because we was talking about this topic that we was going to talk about tonight on our show, Unwrap True Meaning of Christmas. And we was talking about the real reason for the season. And he was kind of snapping on the churches. Now let me explain what he was saying. He was saying, for it to be the true reason for the season, the Christ of birth, he realized a lot of churches out there that, got all these massive, light decoration trees celebrating the
Mm.
Christmas holiday, but he's hearing very little about the reason for the season
Mm-hmm.
from the churches. So what do you guys think? You think was he being a little extreme in regards to that, or are you guys saying some of the same thing? Like I said, we want to hear from you guys, regardless whether it's something that you like about Christmas holidays or you dislike. We like to know it
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah,
It's not just for the ones that's happy-go-lucky right now. We want to know what's going on with everybody. So
yeah.
let's talk about it.
And it may be a depressing time for some of you out there who are struggling, having some issues. And it's very important, if you haven't reached out to your family members, maybe all year long, this is a perfect time to reach out to them and try to reconnect with those family members. And, if they accept or if they're willing to talk with you, sit down and discuss things with you, that's good. And if they're not, then you at least you can say you tried. You can say
Yeah,
that.
don't
Yeah.
wait.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait till Christmas
Yeah.
and send that text Merry
Yeah.
Christmas or
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
group text to everybody that you feel you talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait. Start making calls. Start tonight.
Yeah.
When this podcast is over, get on the phone. Hey, cousin Jeb. Hey, Auntie Mary, or whatever the case may be. Get on the phone and call some people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just calling you. It's the holiday season. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? Are
Mm-hmm.
you doing fine?
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear your voice. Sometimes that can mean so much to a person because there are relatives out there that only hear from people when there's a death in the family
Yes.
or if someone is in need of something. But you rarely get those calls where someone's just calling to check on you, see how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard from you in a little while. Just want to make sure you're okay. Your health is good.
Mm-hmm.
Things going all right. How the kids are doing. If they got
Yes.
kids or whatever the case may be. This is the perfect time to be able to reach out to those family members or close friends that you may have that you haven't spoken to in a while. Don't wait. Start now.
Yeah. And you can do it just like a wellness call, just calling just to see how you're doing, just want to hear your voice. And that's okay. That's a good reason to reach out to family members or just anyone that you haven't spoken with in a while.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I got that bottle of apple cider.
Yes.
I want to have somebody to drink it with.
Yes. Yeah.
Non-alcoholic.
Yes. So, but we thank you guys today for joining us. Much love to you. Thank you for those on TikTok. Thank you for those on YouTube. We appreciate your support. We're almost at the 1,500 mark. So we're trying to get to where we need to be, our goal. So we need you. We need your support to help us meet that goal. And as I mentioned earlier, we thank you for your support. Big hearts out to all of you for supporting us.
And again, guys, like we always say, this is an interactive podcast. If you're online with us, we definitely appreciate you guys
Mm-hmm.
commenting
Mm-hmm.
and letting us know what's going on. And if you cannot make the podcast and you have to go and watch it on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube at a later time, feel free to do so. Remember, comment. You know, we see a lot of you guys may go and view our post and you might tell us later, hey,
Mm-hmm.
Jay, I saw your podcast. You guys did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go online, comment and let us know that we did a great job so that other people out there can also know. We appreciate you calling us or texting us, telling about the good job that we're doing. But show us in the comments, and don't just view it, like it, comment,
Mm-hmm.
and even share it with some of your other friends. You know, we definitely appreciate it. As Doc B said, we appreciate the love.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate everything you guys have been doing as JV Live has been growing.
Mm-hmm.
We thank you and we
Yes.
appreciate it. We're going to continue to keep bringing you more and more content.
Mm-hmm.
And again, our content comes from you guys. You guys send us suggestions or things that you guys like to talk about, and that's how we deliver it to you. So again, keep sending those comments in to us. Let us know how you feel about our podcast, our subjects, our topics,
Mm-hmm.
everything that we have going on. We thank you for it. And again, we appreciate you guys joining us for this episode. And if there's anything that you like to talk about that we may have missed for this episode, we can always revisit.
Mm-hmm.
So please send us those comments so that we can review them. And if we feel the need that we need to talk about it again, we will.
Yes.
And again, we appreciate you joining us. I'm Broker J3,
I'm Dr. B.
and we appreciate you guys for
Thank
joining us for
you.
J and B Live.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.